lives. Actually, here's a limerick that does rhyme. I picked it up last time I was out here, right? And this one's, you know that Proncius is Gaelic for Francis, and that's a very popular boy's name in the Republic of Ireland. Encouraged as you are to name your children after the great saints. And let's face it, St. Francis of Assisi is the top of everybody's saint hit parade. You'd have to be some kind of a cunt not to be, you know, to be able to dredge up any animosity to St. Francis. You'd have to be a real wrong guy. So it's a very popular name, quite understandably, and the Gaelic for Francis being Proncius. You knew that, didn't you? You knew that. You don't need a limey like me to tell you. You don't need a Jew boy from Manchester to tell you what's fucking Gaelic and what fucking ain't, do you? Actually, I'm halfway here. What I am is an Irish Jew, do you know that? Very popular in the part of Manchester, very common in the part of Manchester where I grew up, in fact, my parents met as a result of their parents' criminal law firm. It was a Jewish-Irish partnership. Leave him alone. So I can get away with telling the odd Yiddish gag like this one. Two Jewish lads walking past a Catholic church. There's a flyer nailed to the door, introductory offer, anybody converting to Catholicism gets £20. One says to the other, look Murray, I've been thinking a lot lately about comparative religion. I think I'll go and have a word with this guy. Come with me. No, I'm not setting foot into a Goyish church. I'll wait here for you. It's a free country. You do what you like. Don't be too long. He comes out 25 minutes later. Did you go ahead with it? Yes, he was a very persuasive man, Stuart. I did go ahead with it. He says, you get the £20. Is that all you people think? Jewish guy away from home, he goes up to this hooker, he says, if I give you £400, will you give me the worst blowjob I've ever had? She says, you know, £400 goes a long way in the sex industry these days. There's a lot of competition, and £400 will get you a state-of-the-art blowjob. Linda Lovelace, ain't it? He says, no, you don't understand, I'm not horny, I'm homesick. Hooker opens up in a new neighbourhood, puts a sign in the window, introductory offer for 1 week only. Not only will she do anything, but if you keep your request down to 3 words, she'll do it for a £5. Queues round the block, as you can imagine. The first guy goes in, fuck me stupid. She does the business, it only costs him a £5. Next guy goes in, he's a bit more kinky. Beat me up. She gives him a severe pasting, sends him out of there, bruised but happy and still in pocket. 3 words, £5. Next bloke goes in, Jewish fella, paint my house. Alright, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I've slagged the wife off enough here today, ladies and gentlemen. Present company accepted, she's a marvellous person, and anyway, if it wasn't for marriage, couples would have to fight with complete strangers. So this one's called I've Fallen in Love with My Wife. It's my new favourite poem. The doorbell used to say ding dong, but now it breaks out into song. If I'm forlorn, it ain't for long. Could I be wrong, or have I fallen in love with my wife? Very well, my fairy fae, we cared so slightly anyway. Call me crazy with a capital K, but I've fallen in love with my wife. I've fallen in love with my wife. She populates my days with marital breakdown running rife. I've got to keep her under my gaze. You love somebody, set them free. That don't make no sense to me. I'm keeping her under lock and key. I've fallen in love with my wife. Rainbows and butterflies occupy the summer skies. Imagine my surprise, I've fallen in love with my wife. I've fallen in love with my wife. She populates my days. It's keeping me awake at night. My head stuck in this funky maze. Every time I talk I mumble. Every time I walk I stumble. I'm dancing like a drunken uncle. I've fallen in love with my wife. I've fallen in love with my wife. She populates my days. She's not that far from a carving knife. I've got to keep her under my gaze. I don't swear, but what the hey, I'm alright and she's okay. Get out of our fucking way. I've fallen in love with my wife. I'm her man, she's my mate. She steals the chips right off my plate. No wonder I'm losing weight. I've fallen in love with my wife. I steal a kiss, she takes the piss. We lived a life of ignorant bliss. All that and now this. I've fallen in love with my wife.